Self-love is one thing we often ignore and take for granted, and it is often misunderstood as being selfish, self-centered, and having a proudy and egoistic attitude, which is absolutely wrong. Self-love is the process of fully accepting yourself the way you are, making necessary changes in your habits and life, and fully embracing and loving yourself. I can understand that at times it is actually hard to love, value, accept, and appreciate yourself without judging and degrading yourself, especially when you feel the odds are against you. It can include any life situation. To start with, let me tell you a story first. Once upon a time, there was a crow that lived in the forest and was absolutely satisfied in his life. But one fine day, he saw a swan. He thought, the swan is so white and I am so black. This swan must be the happiest bird in the world. He expressed his thoughts to the swan. The swan replied, actually, I was feeling that I was the happiest bird around until I saw a parrot, which has two colors. I now think the parrot is the happiest bird in creation. The crow then approached the parrot. The parrot also explained that I lived a very happy life until I saw a peacock. I have only two colors, but the peacock has multiple colors. The crow then visited a peacock in the zoo and saw that hundreds of people had gathered to see him. After the people had left, the crow approached the peacock. The crow said, dear peacock, you are so beautiful. Every day thousands of people come to see you. When people see me, they immediately shoo me away. I think you are the happiest bird on the planet. The peacock replied, I always thought that I was the most beautiful and happy bird on the planet. But because of my beauty, I am trapped in the zoo. I have examined the zoo very carefully, and I have realized that the crow is the only bird not kept in a cage. So for the past few days, I have been thinking that if I were a crow, I could happily roam everywhere. That is our problem too. Unnecessarily, we make comparison with others and become more sad and depressed. In between, we forget to love and value ourselves. We often take our qualities and potential for granted and ignore our best selves, and we forget to value what God has given us. This all leads to a hurtful cycle of unhappiness, dissatisfaction, and resentment. There will always be someone who will have more or less than you have. The person who loves themselves is the most satisfied and happiest person in the world. Learn to be happy with what you have instead of looking at what you don't have. Try to be more grateful and practice gratitude with each passing step of your life, because it makes the whole process of loving yourself easier. Loving yourself means being there for yourself, even if you don't want to. Being nicer to yourself and not doing negative self-talk. Because always remember, at the end of the day, it is only you who has your back and no one else. Self-love can feel and look different for each individual, so never compare. It is not a competition or race to finish, it is just the way of life. More fulfilling way of living your life. So do it your own way without comparing your journey with others, because everybody is fighting their own battle and trying to deal with life in their own ways. Be mindful of your thoughts, avoid negative self-talk and overthinking. Be self-aware, opt for self-love habits and practices. If you are not satisfied in any particular areas of your life, then try to improve yourself in those areas which are beneficial to your physical, emotional, as well as mental growth. Be gentle with yourself. Love and embrace the way you are. Nobody is perfect. Everybody has some flaws. And remember, your flaws are beautiful because that is what makes you, you. I hope you have learned a thing or two about the power of self-love and would stop comparing yourself with others and try to love yourself a little extra every day. Stay blessed.